We're already in July and shockingly half the year is already gone, but damn what a year it's been for gaming, especially games made in Japan. Normally I wouldn't do a top 10 till the end of the year, but so far 2017 has been an absolutely phenomenal year with a huge list of quality titles being released in such a small amount of time. So as we're at the halfway point of the year, here are my top 10 games of the year so far, a list so hard to compile due to the amount of quality titles released this year. So anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. After years of over-the-top action, the Resident Evil franchise needed a serious reboot back to the glory days of RE2 and 4. And Resident Evil 7 did just that. Not only did it return to the survival horror roots, it also quite controversially ditched the third-person perspective for the first-person one. The game delivers on all fronts, and while it's a little on the short side, it does mark a very exciting time for the future of the franchise. With the Creepy Baker family stealing the show, RE7 is the best Resident Evil game in years. Number 9. Fire Emblem Echoes. As the last mainline Fire Emblem game, Echoes really delivers a fantastic swan song for the franchise on 3DS. Echoes is a brilliant full-on remake of the second game in the franchise that was only released in Japan, and for such an old game, Echoes offers a lot of cool new ideas like dungeons and Professor Layton-like exploration. Echoes still prove that there's life in the old 3DS yet, as Fire Emblem Echoes is one of the best games on the handheld. Number 8. Prey. A bit of surprise entry is this one. Prey pretty much launched without any hype and struggled at retail. Bethesda's review embargo really didn't help the situation, which is an absolute shame as Prey is a wonderful sci-fi game. The whole Cold War setup is fantastic, and the huge expansive space station of Talos 1 is a joy to explore. The combat is enjoyable and the powers are fun to use. There's no denying that Prey owes a bit to Deus Ex and Bioshock, but Arcane Studio does enough to make it stand out. Number 7. Injustice 2. Now this is what you call a content-rich fighting game. Injustice 2 delivers a hugely successful sequel with an epic and lengthy story mode that yet again sees Batman and Superman at odds. As well as the story mode, Injustice 2 also features the ever-changing multiverse, which always offers something new to play. Whatever you do in Injustice 2, you're always unlocking something new thanks to the new gear system, and adding a huge range of playable DC characters that feature loads of big names and a few unknown treats, and Injustice 2 will be a game that you keep returning to time after time this year. Number 6. Yakuza Zero. The Yakuza franchise has been around for quite some time now, but Yakuza Zero is the first one I've ever played, and what an amazing game it is. Following the thrilling stories of Kazuma Kiryu, who's trying to clear his name for a murder he did not commit, and Goro Majima, who's willing to try anything to get back into the Yakuza. The game has so much strength, like the punchy and intense combat, its grip and plot, and the huge range of incredibly addictive minigames that will keep you well busy after the credits roll. Number 5. Nioh. Coming from Team Ninja, Nioh not only marks a return to form for the studio, but also a fantastic action RPG title that is one of the best on PS4. Make no bones about it, Nioh is hard, really hard, but it's an incredibly fast-paced and rewarding game that offers a huge amount of content for those who are willing to invest in its steep combat. And while the game does owe a fair bit to From Software's Dark Souls franchise, Nioh does plenty enough of new things and features to set it apart to make it one experience well worth trying. Number 4. Horizon Zero Dawn. Now this is how you create a new IP. Guerrilla Games and Sony delivered yet another juggernaut franchise for the PlayStation 4. Horizon Zero Dawn is a humongous game with a brilliant and beautiful open world full of things to discover. Its combat is thrilling and fast-paced, especially when you're fighting the massive Thunderjaw, and there's plenty of fun activities and missions to do. It's arguably the greatest looking PS4 game out there with some brilliant photorealistic-like visuals to make Horizon Zero Dawn one of the best open world games on PS4. Number 3. Nier Automata. Coming from the mind of Yoko Taro, Nier Automata is a bloody weird game. Heck, to fully see what the game has to offer, you have to complete it 3 times, which may sound like a bit of an ass, but the payoff is without doubt well worth it. The open world RPG is full of side quests and things to do, and with the help of Action Game Master's Platinum Games, the combat is incredibly enjoyable and fast paced. It's as odd as it is enjoyable, but it's an utterly unforgettable experience that's, like its director, a complete one-off. Number 2. Persona 5. The greatest JRPG of this generation, enough said. Persona 5 is a downright addictive RPG full of things to do. The tale of youths trying to change the hearts of corrupt adults does visit some dark places, but it's expertly done. Exploring the game's beautifully designed dungeons, which are very creative and some of the best I've seen, and add in the fun challenge of balancing your school, social and dungeon exploring time to level up your character to how you see fit, the absolutely eye-catching stylish menu screens, and the incredibly catchy music, and you've got one of the most confident, boldest and enjoyable experiences on PS4 to date. Number 1. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. After years of waiting and loads of delays, Breath of the Wild finally arrived this year, and what an utterly phenomenal game it is. The journey of Link trying to piece together what happened 100 years ago, whilst trying to defeat Ganon once and for all, is the best tale Nintendo has ever spun, whilst the huge open world of Hyrule is one of the greatest open worlds ever created. Filled to the brim with loads of things to see and do, the game offers a huge amount of freedom that allows you to do whatever you want, whenever you want. It's the bravest and boldest Zelda game to date, and dare I say it, one of the greatest games Nintendo has ever made, and proves nobody does it quite like Nintendo. And with that, the list is over. Expect the list to change a fair bit by the end of the year, as there's still some rather exciting games still to come, like Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Wolfenstein the New Colossus, and South Park, to name but a few. What has been your favourite game of the year so far? Tell me in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, like, rate and subscribe, and until next time, happy gaming. Bye!